Welcome to Roblox Game Review, a series where I look at games and share my opinion on them. And our first game today is the scary elevator. Oh no, sorry, the creepy elevator. You see, I started this review once before, but it used to be called the scary elevator, and it used to be very slightly different. Ever since then, they've turned into the creepy elevator. And looking at the starting screen, we don't really see a lot of interesting things, just a showcase of the stuff. But if we scroll down below, just a little bit beneath the surface, you find some truly interesting stuff. Because turns out the creator of this game, for some ungodly reason, has beef with some other guy who also made a weird scary elevator game. Turns out his game was also called the Scary Elevator, and for that reason this guy had to change his game's name to the Scary Elevator. And if we take a look at it, it says, "Thank you for all amazing support. Guys, ignore dislikes. Mr. Not So Hero fans first start hating on me and game for no reason, because they are jealous that my game is more successful than his game." To be fair, he does have 8 million, almost 9 million visits, currently 22,000 people playing, and almost 37,000 favorites, so that's a lot. But I'd like to dislike ratio isn't too high, probably because of his fans. I am not here to spread hate, I'm just letting you guys know the truth. Everything I take that it's similar or is free model or audio, and everyone can use it too. Stop lying about me and my game haters. Please don't hate on Mr. Not So Hero, he is a great developer and he doesn't deserve hate. Well, I am making a video sharing negative opinion on it, so I am going to get fucking bullied. But at least my channel will grow.
Okay gamers, I'm switching to text-to-speech, because I am too lazy to voice the whole thing. With that out of the way, let's begin the review. We spawn into a pretty nice lobby, but that's not what we are here for. We want a fun game to play, but then surprisingly some fire beats get dropped. So I rock out. Oh yeah baby, that's it. I'm too swaggy to not dance. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hold the fucking phone, why did he say Spanish? Do I hear a weird Duolingo song? Maybe. Well, the song is over. Time to look around. This lobby has a list of all the killers, a shop, some shitty VIP area, and the entrance to the quote-unquote scary elevator. Holy fucking shit, my ears. God save us. I am sorry God. No, make it stop. Why God? What did I do to upset you? Thank God I have video editing tools to save you people. Anyway, let's look at the list of killers. We have the Infinite Staircase, Baldi, fucking Squidward, Jigsaw, Annabelle, Freddy, Duolingo? Why is Duolingo a killer? Anyway, Bendy, Hello Neighbor, Laughing Jack, and Ghast 666. Sonic EXE, Ghostface, Joker, Mario EXE, The Chick from the Ring, Pennywise, Jason Voorhees, Ben Drowned, Michael Myers, Chucky, motherfucking Hero Brian from Minecraft, and for some odd reason SpongeBob, Slenderman, Granny, Rule 63, Jeff the Killer, Bloody Mary, Freddy Krueger, Slendy Tubby, I don't fucking know. It's probably some dude without eyes. Leatherface, The Rake, SCP-939, Happy, Charlie, Chara, SCP-106, Jeff the Rapist, The Eyes, SCP-096, and some weird Undertale-looking cunt with question marks as his name. A pretty weird cast of horror characters and creepypastas. The shop has weird useless foods and some coils which break the fucking game and are only for people who play for a long time. But let's get in the elevator and check out the most important part of any game, the gameplay. We spawn into an elevator which for some odd reason has carpet for the walls. The doors open, and then we are allowed to enter the level, which is some weird forest with the chick from the ring as a killer. She just follows me and makes way too loud noises and then kills me in one hit because she is faster. Some pretty bad enemy design so far, but let's keep going. This round was super disappointing, because all the survivors won by hiding up on some light thingy until the round was over. What a bunch of degenerates. In the next round, we're in the FNAF1 location and found Freddy Fazbear standing completely fucking still harmlessly, or I guess you can't touch him? How fucking lame. This round was pretty fun. We had to survive before squishing us to death. Which is creative because it doesn't just use the base plate of all the maps. What is lame is the fact that we had to hide on the lamp things to survive, which is pretty lame. Next game we faced motherfucking hero Brian, who disappointingly just walked towards us while Conlon played in the background slowly. At least the map was slightly cool. While waiting for the next game we got some pretty cool elevator music, but that doesn't belong to the developer, so I will not give bonus points for that. Also we faced Granny in the round who got in the elevator and killed us all in one hit, unless you hit up on the motherfucking lamps. God, that is stupid. Next up the killer was Annabelle and I died in one hit and got a shitty still image as a jump scare. How lame again. Next we had to not die at the hands of Laughing Jack. The map was actually really cool, but we didn't spend enough time in the level to make it enjoyable, so it kind of sucked. Also I met some very nice people during my recording, so big hugs and a shout out to Jacubler and Built123 for being such great supporters in my journey to discover the horrors of this game. We faced Chucky who was boring and had the uninspired map. Next we had Baldi who scared the living shit out of me by not moving at all. So spooky. Next was Joker who just spawned 2 centimeters from the elevator and stabbed the ever-living shit out of everyone. After some great music we got into SCP-106's level, and oh boy, this will be a doozy. We are on a narrow bridge. He can fucking fly, holy shit, and he goes through shit. How are we supposed to survive that? He earns his place in the impossible tier. Next was Charlie from some Slenderman game who raped my ears and cut them off and ate them. Also he was pretty hard to survive against, but I already did it once. The next one was Leatherface, who didn't look like the original Leatherface. The only thing they had in common was the chainsaw. That's it. Next was Freddy Krueger, who also didn't look like his real counterpart. Also he looked pretty silly, at least they had his music. Next we had Charlie, who is also a doozy. She attacks fast, runs fast, and kills you in one shot. She just went in the elevator and fucking raped us all at the speed of light. Just watch the shit. Then we had Sonic EXE, who was very boring because he kept getting stuck. At least the map was cool. Next was Gast666, who is some weird Roblox creepypasta. He was slower than all the players and couldn't one-shot you, so he was just terrible. Also the only way you could die was by running into him. We got Pennywise next, who had a lame map and was pretty lame himself. He even had a shitty still image jump scare. Next was fucking Squidward, who wasn't even scary because he was a free model. No edgy black ice or blood at all. He also was slower than you, At least the underwater theme and the bubbles were nice. Then we got Happy Happy, who was a fucking two-dimensional piece of shit who got stuck on the couch. That bitch looks like a goddamn sticker. How lame. Then we had Bendy who had a cool looking map, but was pretty lame himself. He even had his own shitty still image jump scare and unfitting music. Not very good. Next we got Jason Voorhees, who for some reason had a chainsaw instead of a machete. You had one job. There also were shitty tents that weren't solid. Then we had the infinite stairs that for some reason weren't infinite. You had one fucking job. There also was a weird black man at the bottom with a shitty still image jump scare, pretty lame. Next was Michael Myers, who had his own music, but a poor map that didn't look like anything from the movie. At least he looked nice and like the original. Then we had fucking SpongeBob, who had blood in his mouth and ran around making demonic noises. He also had a very cool map, but I wonder why everything in the Krusty Krab was covered in rust. Isn't it supposed to be clean? He also had slowed down music and like with Squidward I like the bubbles. Next was Slendy Tubby, who had the Tubby Head thing in the map with a sick parkour jump we needed to do for a coin that was impossible. Somehow some dude got it. I still don't know how. Next I creeped the fuck out of my friend built 123 and then faced Eyeless Jack. He had cool music, looked cool, but got stuck on a fucking window. Too bad. Then we had Hello Neighbor, who had a cool map and looked alright. Too bad the map was a bit too small and we didn't spend enough time in it. Next up we had Jean the Killer, who was pretty boring because she just ran around a small room and left. I could even hide on top of a shelf to live, and I would have lived if I didn't get too close. Pretty lame if you ask me. Then we got Jeff the Killer, who was almost like Jean just with a slightly better map. Also for some reason the developer said he was in the impossible tier, which I totally disagree with because he is nothing compared to SCP-106 or Chara. Next was SCP-096, who was changed in the last update and went from super easy to impossible. Also his audio kept breaking apart, which was lame. Also in the last update there was a big black brick at the end of the tunnel that you could go through and get out of bounds, but I didn't get to try that. Next we had the Rake, and I absolutely love the original Rake game on Roblox. It has great atmosphere, great mechanics, and an excellent soundtrack, but this level was nothing compared to that. It was an empty forest where the Rake got stuck on the fucking elevator wall. How disappointing. We also faced the Eyes, who I couldn't get a good look at because he got stuck in a wall while trying to kill some hiding pussy. The map was also a small school, but it still sucked. Then we had Bloody Mary, who had a nice pun in the level because it was a bar, and Bloody Mary is also a drink. I enjoyed that, but the killer still sucked. Then was fucking Mario. He had some shitty bloody hammer and looked like shit. He also had cancerous music and a shitty still image jump scare. By this time I unlocked the jump coil, so most levels became a joke. Then we had the question mark cunt, who was impossible to avoid, but in the end I found out it was just a black person. He also had a shitty still image jump scare too. Next was Ben Drowned, who looked alright. His level didn't make sense at all because it was some kind of castle prison thingy. Also he got stuck on a wall. Then we had Duolingo, who just got stuck behind his desk and didn't have blood in his eyes. It was also a small room, so if he didn't get stuck it would have been hard. Next was Slenderman, who for some reason just raped me while cringy music played in the background. It was also probably a free model. I hate that I lost my virginity to that level. Ghostface was a thing that happened. He ran around a small room, had an okay model, and blah 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 standard stuff. Then we kept getting killers we already faced before, so I just cheated them with my coil. I even went through the fucking ceiling on the FNAF map. I guess the developer didn't make one of the wall bricks solid? How fucking lazy. Then I got the speed coil, which for some reason didn't stack with the speed slushy. Also I couldn't beat SCP-106 with the power of coils. Maybe I just suck? Probably. Other than that not much happened. We just keep getting recycled killers, so I'm almost ready to give my review. But there is someone I need to confront first. Look me in the eyes, LuaaaD. I know you put a lot of effort and time into this game, but it just fucking sucks. The only way to survive most of the killers is to get the killer in the elevator and run or hide on the lamp panels. There aren't any mechanics like sprinting or stamina to survive. You just casually walk away, and the worst part is I don't even know how we could fix these issues without making the whole game obsolete, but you can keep your 8.8 million visits, your 37k favorites, and 21k players at the moment. You just have to realize that the game is not that good. Also, stop being so wimpy and don't start crying in the about section when you get criticism. Criticism helps you become a better person and a better developer. But I can't help you because your game has so many flaws. I don't know how to fix them. I played all the levels and none of them were fun. The game has absolutely zero replayability and only 8-year-olds will enjoy it. But don't give LuaaaD hate. He doesn't deserve people constantly bullying him. That isn't the reason why I started this series. It was to review and share my opinion on some games to give my channel exposure because I work really hard on videos and they get 6 views. But with all that out of the way, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe because I really want to work for a fan base that cares about what I do. Have a nice day.